Ba-ba-dee-da-dum, ba-da-bum. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Zip-bum, ba-dum, ba-ba-da-dum, da-dee-da-da-dum. Alright, we are back up and running. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you're new to the channel, hey there and welcome to ya. I, of course, am JGuard01, your guide, bard, and humble host, and I'm very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel once again. So, you guys may have missed a bit of a funny moment for me. See, I went over to the villager Fort Jaylock, and I found one of my jelly cats hanging out there. I decided to have it follow me, and on my way back to the base, I was talking about how I have a purple collar puppy, which I'm currently calling Purple. I was just calling him Purple. And I got Jelly. I got Purple Jelly. And that led into me calling it Grape Jelly. So, working title for Purple Collar Puppy here is Grape. If anybody has a better name for him, let me know. For now, I'm going to call him Purple or Grape, because we don't have grapes in Minecraft, and his collar is purple, which is the color most commonly associated with grapes. Anyway, or at least it's one of the colors most commonly associated with grapes. It's the one you see in cartoons all the time. They almost never show green grapes, which I find funny. I knew about both about the same time, and yet it's so rare to see green grapes depicted in shows and cartoons. Mostly cartoons are the ones that don't show both colors. Anyway, getting off that topic, I need some wood. I need sticks. I've got a ton of spruce, so we'll work with that. And a boom, and a bop, and a bing, and a ding dong. Ba-ba-da boom. Ebba-da-ba-ba-da, dibba-da-bum-ba-da. Put the sticks here and here, or planks, and make sticks. Good. My first load of sticks to take to the fort. Although this time I think I may wait until it's already, until it's a new day, because it's already into the afternoon in-game. I don't want to take this stuff over to the fort and be on my way to the fort in the middle of the sunset or the night. That would not be good. Oh, hey, I've got more. I have more spruce right here. I didn't need to break into the supplies in the one chest, did I? Did I? No, I did not, and yet I did, because I didn't know any better. I'm gonna set up a separate chest for cooked food, I think, at some point soon. Well, come on, Jelly. Grape, where you at? There you are. I want to make sure I know where those two are. Okay. The leather worker was stuck on an expensive trade offer. But the butcher had a much better trade. The problem is he wants pork chops. I went for pork chops with him instead of beef because I thought I was going to be getting a lot of beef. Shows what I know. I don't have nearly so much beef as I thought I was going to get. I thought I was going to be farming more pigs. Instead, I've been farming my cows like crazy, all on their own. It's been just cows, cows, cows. Hardly any pig farming. Where is the sun? There it is. There's the sun. The sun is how I tell when it's getting close to night. I know there's clocks, but they take up an inventory slot, so I don't normally carry one. I should, though. I should put one in with my compasses. Because I'm going to have more than one compass before it's over with. Right now, I've just got the one to help guide me home when I'm out on a long journey. I know I've got coordinates on, but sometimes it's harder to follow the coordinates than it is to just follow a compass. So I've got a lodestone down below to lead me back to this tree here, which is where my bedroom is. My bedroom is up among its leaves. So I just have the lodestone and a compass tied to it to guide me back home. I just thought about it. The farmer is also offering to trade for potatoes. Oh, I wish I had a way to transport more stuff. This is the time when I wish we had ways to make bundles into backpacks. Actually, there is a backpack add-on that I got for free. I'm tempted to turn it on. But it doesn't come with a recipe that works with bundles, so yeah, I don't know how it's going to work. And I don't know if it's going to feel right, so I'll have to experiment with that before I actually use it on a stream. I want to make sure that it's actually worth investing any time into using it before I use it officially, you know? I should move a firefly bush up into this treetop. I was trying to do something like that, but I forgot to put one up here. I don't know why. Is my cat sitting on top of the leaves? I could have sworn just now that the cat was sitting on top of the leaves. But I don't know. I don't even know where my cat went. Where's my puppy? Where's Grape? There he is. I'm seriously calling him Grape now. Oh my gosh. Well, come on, Grape. Jelly. Let's go. Figure I might as well keep a cat with me as well as a wolf. The wolf can help me fight, while the cat can help fend off any creepers that show up. I see a pig. I see a pig. I'm carrying pork chops. I want more pork chops. How'd I do? Okay, I got a couple. Good. Whoop. Alright, let's head for Fort Jaylock. There was something else I was going to call it, but I don't remember what it was. I do know that eventually the fort's going to get torn down and rebuilt fresh with a whole lot more room to let the villagers roam around, a much better workstation setup, and a better way for them to bed down every night. At least that's my plan. I don't know if it's actually going to work out that way. One thing I do know is I cannot let the fort get too big in terms of villager count. If it gets up to 10 villagers, I'm going to start getting iron golems. And I don't want iron golems, just in case of any misclicks where I accidentally hit the villagers. So I can never have more than 9 beds in the village. Alright, where is the butcher? Let's trade with you first, butcher man. Wow. That worked. Okay, this is the Fletcher who is ready for a good trade. And a fair one at that. Trade with him. I'll come back later for the farmer. This is the Fletcher who is overpriced right now. Yeah, I'm not trading with you right this minute. Okay, you. Do you have a trade that I can work with right now? No, because you're still not refreshed. How about you? Nope, because you're not refreshed and all your trades are expensive. Even the mending trade. I'm tempted to replace you. I'm tempted to have you eliminated and let them breed a new villager to take your place. Now you, I could trade with. You have things that I could buy that are not too expensive. But I have to come back with potatoes for you, because I want to trade potatoes with you. I would work with this guy right now, but I don't want to be getting gypped. And I feel like I would be getting gypped if I worked with him right now. Got stone cutters. That's for when I get stone going. I can trade stone with some of these guys. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. You're keeping your supply of carrots stocked up. Good man. Good man. Yeah, right now this fort is kind of garbage. I mean, they got this pathetic excuse for a shack as shelter. And then they've got the wall, which I built, that's got this kind of a run along it so that I can come up here and run around on the top of the fort if I'm here at night and I don't feel like sleeping. I can just run around sniping enemies, assuming that I, at the time, happen to have a bow, which I don't have yet. And I'm not getting it from these guys, because the bow options the Fletchers are offering kind of suck. Alright, so my only other alternative for the moment for trading is just to hang around in the area until somebody's trades come down in price, like the leather worker, which his price is not coming down right now. I could buy some pork chops from this guy, try to level him up, and then I could be farming wool. I could set up another big farm for sheep, start farming them for wool, set up a guy in here that will take wool. I don't know. I just don't know. Jelly. Being a cute kitty. Can't be around them in real life, but cats in Minecraft are cute. They're fun. And a little bit funny. I just had a thought, these guys don't have a bell. They can't do their daily social interaction thing. Villagers have a deal where they will, if there's a bell in a village, they will gather near it and gossip with each other. And I think that helps them decide if they're going to keep their prices low or bump them up. But I think that may have only been something that they were planning to put in. I don't know if it ever actually got implemented. And this guy is still expensive. I gotta hang around for a whole day before any of these guys will offer better trades. I'm tempted to go ahead and do that. Just put myself in a hole or something and let them do their thing for a couple of days worth of time. Except, before I could do that, I would have to put in some lightning rods nearby, so that I could keep them from getting hit with lightning if a thunderstorm happened. And help make sure the fort didn't burn down. Because if the fort burns down, that's bad. I don't want that to happen. No way, no how. So yeah, I may have to do that before I can AFK here. Alright, so Fletcher man, have you... No, your price is still outrageous. Your brother is probably still locked up from the trading I did with him just now. Yep. Okay. And the day feels like it is going slow as molasses. Oh, but they're going back to their workstations, so maybe it's not so bad? Hmm? I want to listen out for their sounds. Okay, leather worker just worked. The leather worker just did some work. Maybe he'll... Okay, his trade is coming down, but it's slowly coming down. It's still expensive as all get out right now. This guy hasn't raised his price because I didn't lock him. I didn't fully trade with him yet today. This guy has finally gone down. Alright, so here's what we do. Make spruce planks. We make sticks from the planks. And then we trade those with this guy to try and get some more XP and emeralds. Good. That's good. And then we're going to give him a day before we trade with him again. This guy we got to let work at his station again before we can trade with him again, so that his price comes back down on the sticks. Let's see, both him and his brother. They have power 2 bows, but they're both 14 emeralds, if I'm seeing right. Oh no, this one is the same enchantment, but 17 emeralds, so he's worse. Yeah, I'm not trading with that bozo. What a clown. Yes, that was a joke. I did it on purpose. It's a cheap shot, but I went for it. Sometimes you go for sometimes you take the obvious shot instead of waiting. Sometimes it's just the smart way to go. Alright, I've got 2 more stacks of spruce logs I can make into sticks. I've got 4 stacks of leather waiting to be traded. Still gotta go get potatoes for the farmer. Okay, you just worked. Your trade has come down. I am trading as much leather with you as I can. A stack and a half. That's not bad. That's reasonable. But everything else you're selling is unreasonably priced. I almost wish I had some rabbits to farm so that I could trade rabbit hide with you, but it's not really an ideal play here. Is this guy still good trade deal? Still good price. Mostly I'm worried about trading with these guys so I can get some more XP right now. But it's also to get a bunch of emeralds to save up for future purchases when I set up an actual trading hall. I'm half tempted to make this place become my trading hall and just try to find a way to put the iron golems off to the side. I gotta find out if you can have golems of your own patrol the fort and thus prevent golem spawns. I need to look that up later. Okay, you became expensive. You are open for trade. Okay, hang tight, man. Oh, no. Why did I do that? Okay, I want to do this trade with you. Oh, I just had a thought how to speed this up. There we go. hide the planks in a bundle that I don't want to have used. And then it can't use the planks that I don't want it to use. That's so simple and so brilliant at the same time. Sweet. Okay. We're back up to level 23. We've got over a stack of emeralds out of these guys. This is good. This is all good news. This guy is locked. That guy is now locked. His brother is expensive. Butcher is a pork chop fan, so we're going to have to do some pig farming. Farmer wants potatoes. Let's go get him some taters. I just made myself think of a funny moment from a series somebody was doing for a while there about Minecraft. You guys may or may not have heard of it, 50 Ways to Die in Minecraft. I'll just leave that title there. It's a fun show. It's a fun series. It was more so fun for me when it was still 50 Ways to Die in Minecraft, but it has changed recently. More recently, it is different. Not as big of a fan of it now, but I loved when it was 50 Ways to Die in Minecraft. It was very fun. I may have to go back and watch it through again. And I know somebody else who would love to watch it with me. I may have to find time when they're free and do so. Alright, that pig has a baby. I'm not gonna kill parent animals. My own cow herds and pig herds and sheep flocks, that's different. Those animals are specifically meant for farming in that sense. The wild ones, I don't feel right killing a grown animal that's clearly got a youngling. Hey, Rough Bud! Rough! Hello, hello, hello! Wait. Are you a returning viewer? Your name is very familiar. Rough. I feel like that's familiar. I know that name, but I can't... My brain doesn't want to... It doesn't want to assume. Come on, Grape. Come on, Jelly. Let's go up. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Welcome back, Ruff. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see ya. Glad you showed up. It was a little quiet around here this segment. I'm glad you came around. Good to see ya. Alright, I'm gonna put pork chops there. Get rid of this stinking mutton. And this piece of stinking wool. I want it out of my inventory. How did I not use up a stack of spruce planks? I tried to make all the sticks that I could. Ah, whatever. There might have been, but I think they have been very quiet. I'm not sure. There's more leather in this chest. Why is there... Good grief. Eventually, I am going to get this all organized, and I am going to be able to know where everything is. I promise you this. But today is not that day. Oh, no. Today is not going to be that day. It is not likely to happen right now. There is a bone in here. I want to put... I have to organize all this. I have heard about it. Somebody mentioned it the other day. It is a mod with a little yellow smiley thingy. It is creepy, and it's supposed to be... It is supposed to be something that learns about you, from what I've seen. I don't like what I've seen of it. I don't... It's a horror kind of thing, and I have no interest in horror. Especially now when it acts like that thing is implied to act, from what I have seen. I don't want anything to do with something that tries to make it seem like it knows about you. That, to me, is just too creepy. That's taking it a step too far into the creepiness. I mean, kudos to anybody who has the stomach to put up with that, but I don't have, I don't have the nerve to deal with something like that. That would just scare me. That is something that would legitimately start to scare me. It would make me uneasy very quickly. So, not my thing. But I do know what it is. Ah, I see. I see. Huh. So maybe I just got the wrong impression of it. I don't know. But my understanding is it is intended to be kind of a horror mod. So, yeah. Not my cup of tea personally, but again, kudos to anybody who enjoys it. I tip my hat to them out of respect. Horror's just never been my thing. Thriller, suspense kind of stuff, that's fine. But horror, stuff that's intended to spook and scare, that loses me very quickly. Okay, it's kind of cool to see Grape and Jelly just running around in the crop farm as I'm planting. I'm glad I let those two roam around. And yes, the puppy with the purple collar has been temporarily named Grape. I welcome any other naming ideas. Ah. Not entirely sure what you're talking about with that mod point, but okay. Alright, we have now farmed the main crop field. Main crop farm is, well, farmed. Gonna end up grabbing a bunch of potatoes out of here and taking them to our farmer friend at the fort. Oh, wait. I have seeds. Must put them away. That's beetroot. I don't have anything for that right now. We got carrots. I do have plenty of those. And, okay, let's get some potatoes. I don't know how many our villager friend is going to be able to take, so I'll just grab a whole boatload. And jump, and run, up here, and into the bed. I almost wonder if I should start dragging a chest boat with me. Hey, Jelly, thank you for the feather. Good little kitty. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. That's creepy. Yep, you're dipping back into the creepy territory. Yeah, that's creepy territory. No thanks. I will not be playing that mod. I will not be playing Verity. Verity can mind its own business. And I will mind mine. And it can do itself. I will do my own thing, and we won't bug each other. Hopefully. Fascinating that there's some level of lore or whatever going on with it now. Fascinating. But also kind of creepy. Okay. Are Grape and Jelly still following me? Yep, Grape and Jelly are still following me. Again, Grape is only being named that because purple collar. Purple is the most commonly depicted type of grape in cartoons. So I just call him Grape or Purple. Gotcha, Ruff. Gotcha. If anyone's got any other suggestions for what to call my purple-collared puppy, besides Grape, feel free to throw it my way. For now, I'm just going to call him Grape or Purple. Still. Yeah, if you got any suggestions, let me know. Okay, up, and we go into the fort, and hope that the villagers that we need to work with here, or that we are here to work with, are ready to work with us. So, Mr. Farmer, take all the potatoes you can, well, take. Not very many. Are we counting kinds of pets, or are we talking individual pets? Because, I've got like a dozen wolves, and half a dozen cats. Well, almost half a dozen. I think I've got maybe 4 or 5 cats right now. And then wolves, I've got definitely a dozen, maybe a couple more. And then technically I've got 3 pet pandas, 2 armadillos, and a flock or herd apiece of chickens, sheep, pigs, and cows. I've actually got 2 herds of cows now. One of them specifically for farming for XP. So, if we're counting all of those as pets, a few. Yeah, if we're counting farmed animals as pets, I've got quite a few. The wolves, I've got so many because they're good fighters. The cats, I intend to breed more of them and scatter them throughout my base or bases to help protect me from monsters. Because if I don't do that, I am in trouble. They're gonna be after, the monsters are gonna, the creepers are gonna be after me, and I'm gonna be in deep, absolutely the deepest of doo-doo. And while I can handle a creeper or 2 every now and then, I think when it comes to creeper explosions, I have faced enough. Oh. Oh, crud. He wasn't fully... Oh, okay. I get it now. This guy wasn't fully traded with. So... I just made all those sticks for nothing. They're just gonna clutter my inventory now. Fiddlesticks! Or to use a terminology from SpongeBob, fish paste. Yeah, I think I prefer my own terms. Okay, yeah, these guys have all got to work before I can trade with them again. I will definitely have to set up an AFK chamber here so I can sit around and wait for them to be ready for trades without it being too tiresome to do so. I'm going to take these sticks back. Actually, no. Let's go back in. I want to put the sticks into the chest that was in there. I want to leave that stuff here. I want to leave those things here so that I don't have to deal with that if I can avoid it. So that's just too many sticks. But I'll take this partial stack with me. I'm not sure if you told us or not. I'm not sure if you shared that information or not, but that's cool. That's cool, I think. Congrats! I hope you like it where you've moved to. Are Grape and Jelly following me? Part of why I'm calling him Grape is because I unwittingly called the dynamic duo of these two here Grape Jelly. So, it's kind of a running joke for myself. It makes me grin. Also, grape is a little bit quicker to say than purple. Actually, no, it's not. They're both purple. Grape. Grape, purple. Okay, no, grape is a little faster. Yes, yes they are. Yes they are. Look at this little tyke. Look at this little pooch. The wolves, the baby wolves, the puppies are absolutely adorable, for sure. And I've seen the baby foxes. They are equally adorable. They make me wish even more that we could tame foxes in this game. But then I wish that in any game that has foxes, I wish you could have them as pets. Where's my shovel? There it is. Why did Oh, I moved it because I was replanting crops. And I had 3 crops that I had to replant. Yes! Yes. They do make them look a little derpy. But it adds to the cuteness. Uh-oh. Grape, don't step on that pressure plate. Phew. Good. Last time Grape teleported into that fence and stood on the pressure plate, I had a massive escape of cows from this pen. This is my experience. This is my enchanting herd. This is the herd meant for farming for XP. Did I just see a panda rolling over here? Oh my gosh. A baby panda! Look at that! I hadn't seen a baby panda since the update. What the? Look at this guy. Look at... Why does that amuse me so much? Look at big guy just sitting up. Uh-oh. I don't know. I think it's because of the mask around his eyes. I think it's the mask around the eyes makes him almost look surprised. Because they have to have white centers to... Whoa! There he goes, rolling. He be rolling. Okay, he just made a little squeak, and that was absolutely adorable. Mojang really hit it out of the park, making the baby animals more adorable. Oh! Tradesman! Trader! Hold it! I want to see what you have, sir. Come over here. Come on over here. I want to trade with you. Stop running away from me! You cannot escape the trade! Oh my gosh. Yes! I am buying those instantaneously. I don't know if I have them. I don't think I have dark oak, so yeah. Okay, you have been useful. And for once, in a way beyond just the leads and leather of your llamas. You, sir, get to live until you decide to run away. When he disappears, he will disappear. We're not going to interfere with him. We're going to let him do his thing until he disappears. What are some of the cartoons I watched when I was younger? Oh, the number of them. The number of cartoons I watched when I was younger. And so many of them I would still watch today. Particularly as opposed to what is being made today. So many cartoons today do not have any good quality to them anymore. Especially compared to the stuff that I watched. What were some of the big ones that I can tell you about? Well, when I was really young, one of my absolute favorites was Little Bear. So wholesome, so much fun for a kid to watch. And still so wholesome and enjoyable today. And I'm an adult now. I've been for a few years, but I still love that show. I would still sit and watch it just because it is fun and wholesome. Next on the list of memorable cartoons that I watched as a young fellow would have to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. I cannot recommend it enough. Avatar is incredible. Avatar: The Last Airbender is an incredible cartoon. If you have a means to watch it, watch it. Because it is an incredible series. You will love it. If you don't love it, I don't know why. Because it is absolutely amazing. The characters are awesome. The plot is awesome. The lore is deep. Oh my goodness. You have just earned a serious level of respect from me. I never watched either of those other two, but I have definitely watched repeatedly Avatar: The Last Airbender. If I had a means to do so, I would probably watch an episode tonight before going to bed. It is that good of a show. I'd say it's one of those rare few shows that is truly good for all ages. What's another one I can mention? What's another one? Most of the cartoons that I watched growing up were older things, too. Like Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes. The originals. I didn't see much of any of the newer remake things. Well, I think with Season 3, it began to feel a little less memorable because the dynamics were changing so much, and so much focus was being placed on the confrontation that was destined to happen between Aang and Fire Lord Ozai. I think that's part of why it would have become less memorable in Season 3. Because there was so much emphasis on that clash that was... Everybody knew it was going to happen eventually. But it was just a thing in the background. It was never a core focus. And then it became a very big focus in the third season. Because it became all about making sure Aang was ready for that clash. Hey, what's good, Ryan? Good to see you, dude. Glad you can make it to the session. How you doing? I mean, I'm sorry to see you here because lately it's been seeming like the main reason you end up showing up at this time of what is night for me is because you haven't been able to get much sleep because of the heat, for which I am still sorry. I still hope you can get some kind of AC to cool things down, but it is good to see you anyway. Yeah, Ref, I think that's what I would say probably made Season 3 a little less memorable than the others. The dynamic changed, and as a result, it ended up feeling a little less exciting. It was just that inevitability in the background kind of undermined the thrill. Yeah, I've been hearing a little bit about the fires and the air outside. Hopefully the fires clear up at this very soon. Well, I hope you can get some more rest than that at some point, Ryan. But to answer your question, I am doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Just hanging out with my new puppy, Grape. My cat, Jelly. Yes, that's why I named him that. Also, Purple Collar, which I didn't mean for him to have. I just bred what used to be Snowball with one of these dogs, and the collar came out purple because the parents were blue and red in collar. Did not know the collars would mix to form a new collar color, but I was happy to find out. Yeah, I would definitely try to get some sleep at some point later on, Ryan, because 3 hours is not nearly enough. Your mind and body need a good amount, and that's not nearly enough. Gray? Here's an idea for a name to give him, Ruff. Charcoal. No, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even really kidding. You could always name him Charcoal or Smoky. Hey, that's a better one. Call him Smoky. If he's a gray sheep, name him Smoky. Oh, man, Ryan. Yeah, definitely try to get some more sleep than that, pal. I'm sorry you haven't been able to get a lot of sleep lately. Hopefully, after that fourth heat wave comes through, the temperatures go back down and stay lower for you guys across the pond. I mean, we're getting some heat waves and stuff around here on this side of the pond too, but I definitely hope that things cool down for you guys, because the humidity plus that heat, that's not good. I know you guys get a lot of humidity over there. And the heat can't be good for anybody over there. Cobble would be another idea. Cobble is another good idea for a gray-colored animal, if you want to give it a name, especially in Minecraft. That's a good thought, Ruff. Yeah. You're not going to call him something like Smoky or Charcoal? Call him Cobble. Call him Cobble, especially if it puts you in the mind of Cobblestone to look at it. I like that. I refer to the cat that's following me as Jelly because that's the name of it. That's the name of the cat that the skin came from. For anybody who doesn't know about that. This cat skin right here, that was Scar's cat, Jelly. A skin based on her was voted into the game, and I honor that cat. I honor Scar through honoring his cat by having one in my world every chance I get. Hey, Leo! Good to see you, dude! I'm glad you could make it to the second session, man. Yes, there was an earlier segment to this stream earlier this evening, for anybody who was wondering what that was about. The stream had a disconnect, so I had to start it back up. That's why this is a .1 session. Ooh, highs of 87. That's not bad. That's not bad, all things considered. I'm glad things are a little cooler, Ryan. Alright, Ruff. Thanks. And thank you for being here, my dude. It was good talking to you. You should drop in more often when you can. You have a good rest of your night. Hope we see you again sometime. Alright, we now have an excess of beetroot seeds and wheat seeds. Go ahead and get rid of the excess seeds. Hello, JB! JB, why do I know that name? Why do I know that name? I feel like that name is familiar. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't that hot again, Ryan. Good grief. I actually mentioned that it got so hot to somebody earlier today, and they were like, what? Yeah. It was a shock to them. It was a shock. So, you got some sympathy coming from over here, my dude. I really do hope that things cool down fast after the next heat wave you guys are expecting. You should not be having to deal with so much heat. Alright, put that there. I want to plant these dark oak saplings, but I don't have the room in the wood farm right now. And I'm still focusing on the cows. I want to keep focus on the cows. The wood is good for farming. I need the wood, but I've got to focus in on farming my cows, because they're the main way I'm getting XP right now. Yeah, enjoy the cooler air while you got time. While you have the chance, savor that cool air. Does anybody else feel kind of cool walking through a big wheat field in Minecraft? I think that's why on one of my other recent worlds, I tried to do a massive wheat field. Well, it's not such a recent world anymore, but I tried doing a massive wheat field. I got a little tired of replanting that. Thanks, Ryan. So, JB, have you been here before? Your name seems kind of familiar. I can't place how. It might be somebody else had a JB at the start of their name. I'm not sure. Whoa, was that a... That was Baby Ocelot. What the... Okay, that is cute. That is cute. I almost wish we could tame them, too. Why is it they won't let us tame all the animals in this game? There's so many more animals we could tame if they would let us. That would be so cute. So cute. I gotta get these cows to grow. The only way to make them grow is to actively be feeding them. It's annoying. Here's a suggestion for something for Mojang to add to the game that we could use for farming. A feeding trough. Basically a block we can place down, or a slab-sized block we can place down, that these guys will run to if we fill it with food. No, I didn't notice that. What? Hang on. Let me glance at that. Oh, nice! Yeah, now I see it. I actually had to go to your channel to see it on your profile pic. That's cool, dude. That's cool. Nice touch. Nice touch. Yeah, I have definitely got to talk to you about what we can do to celebrate. We have got to celebrate the anniversaries of our channels. I gotta look again at what the anniversary date of my channel actually is. I forget. That's sad. I forgot that. I forgot what date it was that my channel started. Of course, for me, when it really started was when I did my first stream on here. So, I don't know. I gotta go back and look. I gotta look again. I gotta remember. I know it's this month. I know that it's this month. But I gotta refresh my memory when it actually was. Alright, so cows are being farmed. My chest plate now has Unbreaking 3. I gotta get mending on it. Because, unfortunately, unbreaking and a protection are the only things that will go on a chest plate besides mending. That could be interesting. That would be kind of interesting. My first thought was, if we did something collaborative, we could do a survival thing together, but I don't know. We gotta talk. I've been meaning to talk to you about it. I just... real life is so chaotic, you know? It gets in the way of things like that. It's annoying sometimes. And why aren't these saplings growing? Does anybody know? Is that there's too many trees nearby or something? What can I do to make these saplings grow into a big tree? Oh, cool. You think it would be fun too? Nice. Seriously though, what can I do to make these sets of saplings grow into a big tree? I try to use bone meal and it won't work. How do I get them to grow? Is there something blocking them that I'm not understanding? Is it the torch? It can't be the torch because I had one over there next to the same kind of arrangement and it grew, although it grew kind of short compared to what I wanted. Kind of annoying. I'm kind of going on a little bit of a ramble because my mind is starting to accelerate, I think. I think I need to drink some more water. I think that tends to happen. My mind tends to race a little faster when I need water. Hang on a second. Excuse me. That's better. I'm also in a very good mood. Despite life being a chaotic, crazy mess, I find myself in a good mood lately. I'm living life, trying to enjoy it, trying to make the best of anything that's not so great, and just taking it day by day. Which, for anybody out there who's having a hard time, that's the best advice I can give you. Take it day by day. Take it day by day. One day at a time. Don't push yourself to do anything that you're not prepared to do, if you're not ready for it. But don't underestimate yourself either. You can do more than you think you can. There's a lot of people that can do more than they think they can at first. You gotta give yourself a chance. All it can take is just a few seconds of crazy courage to change everything. Not just pretty words. Not just pretty paraphrasing from movies. It's all true. It's all true. Is there any more sugarcane in here? I just thought about it. Nope. Why do I have cactus in here? That's another farm I need to do. I need to do a cactus farm at some point. Oy, my brain. My mind is racing because I'm thinking of all these different things I need to do on this world for infrastructure. All these different things I want to do on this world for infrastructure and expansion and so much else. It is boggling how fast my mind can race from one point to another and another and another. And I need a proper place for glowberries, but this will do for now. Actually, I'll put it there. I don't need so many cocoa beans as I've put in here. Why do I have so many cocoa beans there? Good grief, dude. Eventually, I'm going to have a massive storage system in one of my bases. I'm going to build more than just this one jungle treehouse base idea. Why is his tail so low? Oh no, he has been falling down, hasn't he? Oh no, I don't want to lose Grape. I like him. I like him in his purple collar. Ugh! Stupid golden dandelion and baby animal behavior. Somebody open a ticket to Mojang and let them know they gotta fix how the golden dandelion and feeding the babies affected by it work. Feeding a golden dandelion baby animal should help heal it, especially if it's a pet. If it's a tamed animal, if it's given a golden dandelion, it shouldn't try to grow and ignore healing. It should heal. What is my cat? Okay, that was weird. Why was my cat spinning around like that? I may have to breed another one of these guys already. This little guy is definitely hurting. You know what? Just sit there for now, Grape. You too, Jelly. You sit there. I may have to invest in time going to the Nether just so I can get potions to keep this guy alive. I don't want to have to replace him. I don't like the idea of having to replace my pet every other time I turn around. Another suggestion from Mojang. I've said it before. I will say it again. Please give us a dog bed or a pet bed or whatever you want to call it so we can revive our pets if they die. I don't care if I have to wait 3 in-game days or something. Make them able to be revived. Make it so we can give them equipment besides just the armor for the wolves. Here's a thought. Make it so we can open up an inventory on our pets and give them things like totems so that they can survive deadly events. Please. It's just one idea of how you can make them better. And I would be eternally grateful because I like having a pet in Minecraft. But I don't like taking pets with me because they can die permanently. There was actually one mod on Java Edition for a while there. I think it's stuck on version 1.20. something. But it was called Domestication Innovation. They did a pet bed that behaves that way. You can have your pet walk across it. They do there's a little particle thing to show that it triggered. And then if they die after a couple in-game days or so, they respawn at that bed. After so much time, they respawn at that bed. So you don't ever have to worry about them dying permanently. Of course, it was kind of broken in a sense. I mean, all the pets, all tamed animals could sleep in those beds or connect with those beds. So it was a little OP in that regard. But even if it's just a bed that's only ever tied to one pet at a time, I would take that. Even if I have to wait 30 minutes after a pet dies for it to come back. I'm good with that. I would be fine with that. I'd rather that than to lose the pet forever. Because, I mean, what if I lead my wolf pack into battle and they all get thrashed and then they're all gone? I'd have to go out and tame a whole new bunch. Not exactly the easiest thing to do. Wolves may spawn in all different kinds of biomes, but they don't exactly all spawn when you're looking for them. Anyway, that's enough of a rant out of me for right now. I think that is where I'm actually going to call this session to a close. I didn't do as much enchanting as I hoped I would, but we did make our chest plate really good. We have Unbreaking 3 and Projectile Prot 4 on it. I'll have to get it mending, but that's one step closer to being full power. Next, I want to try to focus on the helmet and the boots, and possibly my sword, but we'll see. But for right now, everybody, that is going to do it for this session. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please make sure to let me know by leaving likes and comments, subscribing if you haven't already subscribed, checking out the About page for links to other pages with more content and ways to support the channel, sharing the channel with your friends, and, of course, after subscribing, by smacking that notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. All this is free, And you can always change your mind later if you need to, for some reason. Well, once again, everybody, thank you so much for watching and all support the channel has been getting lately. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see you all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Bye!